Best of luck.
Thank you.
So, Ben, for the Derby, who's the hot horse?
The favourite, Dark Destroyer, 3.2 times more than the next best backed. Most of the money goes in market order. There is some specking for Villaden, but mostly with the fave.
Bruce, who do you like?
Well, I like Chris Waller, but I like the New Zealanders just in front of Chris Waller. So I'm 2 and 5 in a Quinella Richo, and any one of 2 or 3 of Chris's, particularly Paternal and Kabosh, I think have got good chances. But I'm with the New Zealanders, 2 to beat 5.
Tell us more about your roughie, Sea Treasures. Can Rachel King do it?
Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? What a story it'd be for Rach to get yet another Group 1. No females jockeys ever been able to win a Queensland Derby. Ran 5th in the ATC Derby. It was beaten 10 lengths on a really rain-affected track, but that was the creme de la creme, I think, in Hitotsu and Allegron and the like. This, for mine, is just a little notch down. Had a couple of runs since at shorter trips, now back out to the 2,400 metres. Look, Sea Treasures is worth putting in your trifectas and first fours. For mine, though, Paternal's the one that they have to beat. I think Paternal can.
And Sam Collett also with a ride in the race for Chris Waller on Nest Egg.
Yeah, one of 4 of CJ Waller's in this, trying to win his 3rd Queensland Derby. Lizzie, a final thought before the Derby?
Yeah, there's some great horses in this race. And, of course, this race has been one that has been targeted by Hong Kong for horses to go on and race over there. So we're interesting to see what the winners and some of the place getters, where they end up in their career.
That's a good point you make. Kukaracha last year defeating Senortoba. Senortoba's been terrific over in Hong Kong. Mr. Quickie retired. Dark Dream went to Hong Kong. Things didn't work out for him. He's back in Australia with Lindsay Park. Ruthven, Eagle Way, all going over to Hong Kong and had terrific careers over there. So it was Huey Bowman's winner with Ruthven back in 2017 for a shaggy-haired Kieran Ma. The shaggy hair's not there, and he's got a co-trainer, and so much in his life has changed since then. Roger James, the trainer of a really interesting runner in Pinarello. So look, we're moments away from the Queensland Derby. Jimmy Byrne won it on Riva Sand way back in 2008. He's got a ride in the race as well. With Satirical Glory, who could be an outsider at 70 to 1, who went forward last start.
And I always saw a Derby right up his alley too.
Yeah.
He'll stay, and he can bounce back. Why can't he? Before that, he won at Eagle Farm, and he won very convincingly. So John Sargent with his stayers, massive respect there.
Grand Slam is going to be a short price favourite at Caulfield in our next race. We'll get to that straight off the back of the Queensland Derby. Final horses loading. Here we go. 145th running of the Queensland Derby.
The previous race got there by a nose from Alligator Blood. They'll both go to the Stradbroke with that old warhorse nicking over, the closest of thirds, and Holyfield the closest of fourths. Last few coming in now. Dark Rebel will be the last to come up. The Kiwi Pinarello heavily backed, 9 down to 650. Really making a presence felt in the marketplace. Dark Rebel to join them, moves up, now they're set. Starter has control. Light is on. Queensland Derby for Moat Shandong. Big field ready to break from the gates. They stand well, a well-behaved lot. Ready to jump. They're off. Dark Destroyer and Paternal began as well as each other. Showing some early speed. Anything goes with Osbred going up in the early stages. Nest Egg just behind them. Now Tunakarka's coming across. So is Satirical Glory Kabosh. The widest runner Manazi. Pinarello. Innes coming across, trying to navigate a path towards the inside. He's about 3 off early. Balmorris midfield and wide. Getting back with Southern Stock, Red Wave, Villaden. Then Nest Egg drifting well back now with Ting Tong, Impel, Gazelle, Sea Treasures, and Dark Rebel is last of all. They drive into the bottom bend, 1,800 metres left to go, and slipping away with a clear leader was Manazi for a Willa, led by 4 lengths. Osbred Cooey in second position, Osbred Cooey second. 2 away third was Tunakarka, and 2 to Anything Goes in fourth, and the galloper's good. Satirical Glory fifth the outside, 2 to Paternal on the inside of Pinarello, and Innes has negotiated it quite well to be 1 off the inside midfield, 3 wide Balmorris. Dark Destroyer behind that trio, then came Kabosh. Southern Stock 3 wide with cover in the middle part. Then came on the inside Nest Egg, Villaden the outside, Red Wave 3 wide, Impel, Gazelle, Sea Treasures, Ting Tong, and Dark Rebel is last of all, the best part of 20 lengths off the lead. They head along the back straight, 1,200 left to go, and the front runner, and a clear front runner. It was Manazzi, the Queenslander Manazzi, leads by 2. Racing in second, Global Osbred. Racing third, Tunakaka. Fourth, Anything Goes, then Satirical Glory. Now Pinarello's making an early move, going up 3 wide and going a long way from home. Followed by Paternal, tucked away on the inside at about 6th or 7th. Then Balmoris, followed by Kibosh. On the way forward was Dark Destroyer with Southern Stock. Well back Villaden, Red Wave, Impel Gazelle. A mile back Ting Tong, Nest Egg. Sea Treasure second last. And last of all is Dark Rebel. More compact now. 600 left to go on the Derby. The leader on the inside, under pressure now, Manazzi, as they come up to the home turn. On the outside, Global Osbred is trying to get on terms at long odds. Pinarello moving into the picture, 3 wide and moving into it dangerously. Paternal and Dark Destroyer just behind them, both sweating on runs and running on strongly with Southern Stock. Pinarello reached the lead. Paternal's after it gamely. Southern Stock is still a player. Dark Destroyer only battling, and then Ting Tong. Pinarello in front. Paternal now looks the only danger. Then came at the head of the other Southern Stock. Pinarello in front. Paternal trying hard. Pinarello in front. Slowly but surely, Paternal coming to it. They reach the line. Photo finish. I'll go Pinarello from Paternal in a great derby. A driving finish. Photo. Third, either Dark Destroyer or Kibosh. Southern Stock just behind them. Then came at the head of the others, Ting Tong. Gabster, Balmoris, followed by Red Wave, Impel Gazelle. Then Villaden, Nest Egg. Well back in the field was
that Roger chimed in Zonza. So we'll touch base with all the connections shortly. Moments ago, the Group 1 Queensland Derby, and it was the New Zealanders in a driving. Pinarello, 5th in a New Zealand Derby, wins the Queensland Derby. Paternal so close, just misses for Chris Waller. Let's catch up with the winning connections. Roger James, the trainer, and Leith Innes, the jock.
Well, it's not very often I get to have you both on camera with a Group 1 victory. First of all, Roger, that was an excellent ride from Leith, a really tough performance in the end. You must have had your heart in your mouth in the concluding stages.
Absolutely. I had a lot of confidence in the horse. I felt he was up to winning it, and the final pressure came on to Leith, and he didn't fail me at all. In fact, it was an inspired ride, absolutely top class. He's been here for a long time, and for the main reason to ride this horse in the Derby, and we pulled it off.
When a plan comes off, it must be extremely satisfying for both of you. Talk us through some of the emotions you're feeling now.
It's just great to win. Like, I've been away from home for over 5 weeks now, coming up, and haven't seen the kids or wife, Jessica. And I was just bolting when I got to the top of the straight. I was like, I'm there too soon, but I just said faith and how good the horse is. He really lifts 50.
Obviously, in the Derby, what sort of plans have you got in store for him for his future?
Look after him. He's lightly raced, and he's still getting there. So, he's got a big future in store.
And back in Australia for the spring, possibly?
I hope so.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Lizzie.
I can imagine they hope so, but also that Hong Kong Derby, which is for the 4-year-olds in Hong Kong, is why it's so attractive for Hong Kong owners and trainers to try to find and source these sorts of horses.
Yeah.
That's where they may be going, and Paternal, the runner-up.
Yeah, and the phones will be ringing hot, that's for sure, with plenty of big offers. So I'm sure they have big decisions to make.
2 Group 1s down, another big one to come, and it is the Kingsford Smith Cup.